It's going great.
We're live.
We're on.
Oh, God.
Does everybody have a drink?
I love technology.
Oh, you do. You really do. And it's exciting.
Cheers.
This would take
Cheers.
forever just writing people back and forth.
Yes.
Jeff, what are you drinking?
Huh?
What are you drinking?
It's a Modelo Especial. I didn't get the note that I was supposed to have a Modelo.
Modelo Especial.
Modelo Especial.
I love that. I love that third tier market newscaster go into the perfect Spanish pronunciation and then.
Yeah, I love that. I like those glasses, Aisha. You look like a very successful 1990s rap star.
That was my plan, and I'm so glad that someone finally sees me clearly.
It can still happen.
They also, I know, it really could. They also, they're those ones that, they're my actual seeing eye glasses, but they're the ones that get dark when it's bright, and my office is really bright. So I just look like a total douchebag, like I put on sunglasses to do this.
Yeah,
you
do.
Actual, I know.
Ryan looks like a very successful retired defense coordinator.
Thank you.
Just back from their winning season.
I was going to just shave half today.
Oh,
to see if I should have it or not.
Oh, that's so confusing. I have a question for you, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Does the interweb see Ryan on his side, or is it just me because I'm refusing to use the record?
So they'll see what I see here. So it'll look like it. I'm in the top, then Colin, then Jeff, and then you're in the bottom, and then Ryan.
Right.
Okay, cool.
That's how I'm seeing it.
That's
So
great.
if I can reach it.
Yeah, I love it.
I was just wondering, and this is just for my benefit, who here has the most physical problems?
You.
Okay, I wasn't sure. That's what I thought. But I was hoping, because Jeff was talking, you were saying you couldn't sleep because of your nose.
Right.
Like, what's going on with your nose, Jeff?
I got it broken at a concert. You see how it kind of leans that way now?
Did it just happen recently?
No, it happened about 2 or 3 years ago.
He's been packing it with blow, trying to straighten it out.
Wait, what concert?
You just need to focus on the one nostril to get that kind of softened up, and then
Exactly.
Jeff, what concert?
Like a piccolo.
What concert were you at?
I was. It was the first song of a Nick Cave concert in downtown Los Angeles, and a guy bumped into me, or I bumped into him.
That was me. I broke my penis. The same time you broke your nose.
Yeah.
What?
That was my.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
you
yes.
broke your penis on
Wow.
Jeff.
Yes.
No.
It's weird. Your penis is like a very
world.
very angry Englishman's fist.
It's been called that.
That's what his wife says.
I didn't really need to hear Jonathan, did I?
What's wrong with you, Colin? You're ailing right now. What's going on?
I have arthritis, so and I've been having phantom burning, where parts of my body feel like they're on fire.
When you pee?
Nope. I knew you'd go there. I knew you'd go right there. There's nothing wrong with that area. It is hard and strong and ready for action.
You want to fix your arthritis? I can tell you how to fix your arthritis right now.
All right.
Well, first, do you use CBD cream just to take the pain out of it?
Oh yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Okay, then start drinking.
Put the CBD on your
turmeric with
penis.
ginger tea.
All right.
Turmeric with ginger.
I'll get you. I'll get back to you next week and tell you how much.
Turmeric's an anti-inflammatory and it works great.
I know what it is. I read.
Is this episode brought to you by the AARP? What's going on?
Oh, you'll see, Jeff.
On your penis is my recommendation.
Here's a question. Danny Gallagher wants to know, Ryan, is your theater in Bellevue doing okay? Are they accepting donations during the outbreak?
My theater in Bellevue is no more.
What happened?
I never had a theater in Bellevue. I live in Bellingham.
Oh, Bellingham.
God, Danny.
And no, I'm going to have to close actually.
Oh.
You know what? If you burn it down,
see,
the risk come down.
I don't see people going back into theaters for at least a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if they're open, you feel like people will be too anxious to go.
Yeah, this is the longest I've gone without being on stage.
I know, it's insane.
Since I started going on stage.
This is the longest I've gone without going to the dry cleaners.
Yeah.
How do you clean those suits, Jeff?
What do you spot clean it at home?
This is linen and it smells like shit.
That's not a great selling.
I sleep in this. I get up in this. I cook in it.
I haven't worn socks or underwear since this whole thing began, and it's so freeing.
Hey, Colin, who was the actor on stage in Toronto? Was it who bought remember the leather jacket he bought and it started raining? You remember that story?
Yeah, it wasn't Bruce.
I think it was Ron, wasn't it?
Ron James?
Yeah, I think it was Ron James. He bought this leather jacket like in, I can't remember where it was, Turkey or something like that for like $30. And he brought it back here. And the first time it rained, it started to grow hair and it smelled like urine.
This is a
But
great
the jacket started to grow hair.
Yeah.
This is a great story.
Speaking of growing, my jalapeno that I planted at the beginning of the lockdown, it just sprouted today. So I've got jalapenos growing now.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Ryan Van Schneidel wants us to say happy anniversary to his beautiful fiance, whose name he did not mention.
Oh.
Well, she must really love him if she accepted the name Van Schneidel.
Schneidel.
Van Schneidel with the Schneidlings.
Happy anniversary.
Yes, will you marry me and become a Schneidel?
Schneidel.
Oh, he's going to be so upset he asked that question.
Happy anniversary, Schneidel.
He regrets it. I'm pleased that Jeff dressed for this conversation.
Those are pajamas to Jeff.
Right? He's such a natty fellow.
Without a tie.
I'm wearing a backwards thong waist down.
Oh,
You
that's
weren't
how
always,
I imagined you. That is what I imagined you when I visualized it.
You weren't always a suit guy. I just recall you wearing like T-shirts with band names on them.
When you, well, that was me originally, yes.
Yeah.
When you first met me, Colin, my first taping of Who's Line, that was like the first 6 months where I decided I'm only going to wear suits. I think that's why I got the audition. Like Jonathan and I were auditioning at the same time. We auditioned like every year, didn't we, Jonathan?
Yep, every year.
Oh, so I mean, so did I, but I was still on the show.
Right. That's very Dan Patterson. Is he watching right now? He's watching, isn't he?
Oh, sure.
I wanted us to continue the line of dialogue where we talk about all of our physical problems because I'm about to have a big birthday and I'm looking forward to just only talking about like my effluents and creeks.
Well, first of all, your liver will be gone in 2 years.
Oh, my liver is going to outlive us all, my friend. It is perfectly preserved in amber.
The good thing about getting older is you always have a place to hide Christmas gifts like under your skin tags.
That's such a big skin tag. That's not a tag, that's a flap.
The big skin tag.
Jason Reagan wants to know what's Chef Colin cooking in quarantine.
Oh.
Well, here's an interesting thing. My daughter's here, who is pescatarian. So, and then my wife has developed a gluten problem along with other things. So I'm making 3 meals a night.
Allergy to you specifically.
Yeah.
Is she burning? Is Deb burning?
Yeah. I made regular chili for me, vegan chili for Kinley, and a turkey stir fry for Deb.
Oh,
every night, chili?
No, just tonight. Yeah.
One time, and then they have to eat it for the rest of the
Every night of the week.
Every night it's different. I pretend we have a little restaurant. I ignore people. I don't take their orders and make whatever I
used to
want.
do that with my kids when they were little. They wouldn't eat the same thing, and then the day came, I was like, "No, I'm not doing this anymore."
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
I still don't trust them not to kill me during this.
Oh, Ben Schneidel. It's not Ben Schneidel. Did you see that?
Yeah, Katrina's her name. So happy anniversary, Katrina.
Happy anniversary. Sorry, I made fun of your name and pronounced it wrong. I mean that.
Oh, it was fun though. Don't take it personally.
To me, he'll always be Van Schneidel.
Who's your celebrity crush? Lily Rickard wants to know.
It said,
But
who was your celebrity?
Was.
Ann-Margret.
Ann-Margret.
That's current.
Sid Charisse.
Oh, I'm sorry, Aisha. I guess who's yours? Someone from, I guess, the CW.
Who are the kids into nowadays, Nick Jonas? I have no idea. I had pictures of Billy Idol all over my wall when I was a kid.
Awesome.
I didn't know you were very fond of one of the Nicholas brothers.
Whichever one looks slow and easy to catch.
Oh, you're at that point, aren't you?
I am.
I like Elizabeth Montgomery. She was my favorite.
Who?
Elizabeth Montgomery.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Bewitched, right?
Yeah.
Mine's probably the druggy Olsen twin.
No.
That's both of them, buddy.
Is it both now?
Yeah.
I thought you were. I
He's
thought
the
you
one that smokes
were Haley Mills.
And then there's
Haley Mills. I met when I was in England. She was like one of my she's.
Colin,
And Lulu,
I got to meet Ann-Margret last year.
she's lovely.
My friend is like, he's an actor on Grey's Anatomy, and he's really good friends with Ann-Margret. And he goes, Jeff, you like old movies. Would you like to go take a walk in the park with Ann-Margret? I do it every Sunday. So I went, and there was like a group of like 8 friends, and it ended up just being me and Ann-Margret walking through the park together in Beverly Hills. And she just started speaking in Swedish to me. And I'm like, this is the hottest thing of all time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was great. Something like Colin's frozen in anguish.
Yeah, I've just lost my erection. I'm so jealous of you right now.
Yeah, that was really well done.
I used to bowl with Rue McClanahan.
Please tell me you said bowl.
Some people are asking about Wayne. He might be joining us late. And then here's a question from Joanna. First thing you'll do after the lockdown?
Put on pants.
Guys, I really need to I feel like everything that I did right before the lockdown was like the riskiest possible. Like, it's amazing that I don't have CV. I'm not afraid to say it out loud. I was engaged in the most risky behavior. I was on a plane every weekend. The weekend before the lockdown, I was in Vegas at UFC 248 with 30,000 people in a stadium. And then I went to like a bar and ate out of a stranger's bowl of onion rings. You know what I mean? Like that's my normal weekend. So I don't think I ever get to go back to who I was before.
Colin and I we probably can't do shows at Chinese open markets anymore.
Yeah.
I think you can. I think you should, because it's just going to be white guys spreading coronavirus.
I'm also worried about my banister licking championship.
Disappointing. Really disappointing. I mean, the joke, not that you have to let that go.
No.
I'd like to go visit my family again. That would be nice.
Oh God, that'd be the last thing I do.
Your brother lives in LA, right, Jeff?
He does, but I haven't seen him. Like, he lives really close, but they have a daughter, and they thought they might have been symptomatic early on, and so they were just being really safe, but they weren't. But I'd really like to go to some of my favorite restaurants with my brother.
Yeah, like go and like have a night, right? Like a real night, not just like in a table with 3 tables. Like, go have a night and then lean over to your neighbors and go, "How's your meal?" and cheers and be a person.
Wayne Brady's in the house.
Wayne Brady's in the house.
Hi, Wayne.
Wayne Brady's avatar.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, buddy.
Wait, is it just us?
No.
Because you're on your phone, you only see 2 squares probably.
Hey, who you calling squares?
I only see you.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it's just Ryan.
What's happening to Wayne?
Can you hear me?
Wayne is having a multitude of problems.
You're very choppy, Wayne.
It's
Starting with that.
disturbing that Ryan and
Very
Wayne
problematic.
are almost equal.
Well, if anyone can hear me, I just wanted to say hi. I can't stay because I'm working right now
Yeah,
on
sure.
something really, really fast.
Oh,
But I wanted to say hey, and I love you guys. And Jeff, what's up?
How you doing,
And
man?
I'll
Good
talk
to
to
see
you all
you.
later. I can't wait to show you what I'm working on here at home.
He's working. Okay.
I've seen this TV. It's very funny.
Your awesome
Can I see?
TikTok that I've been watching.
Hey,
I want to say something about masturbation, but I want to keep it.
Go ahead. No,
Say
just
it.
do it now.
That's what he's working on. He's working on masturbation. I'm just can't wait to show us what you're working on at home.
You're always working on masturbation. You never.
Aren't we all?
I guess that's why the picture's so jerky.
I'm trying to become
Oh,
a
no. See you, Colin. Sorry you can't stay any longer.
I love you guys. That shirt. The reason that you keep freezing is your shirt doesn't know how to process
Yeah.
it. The phone doesn't know how to process data in that shirt.
The first thing I'm doing after lockdown is I'm going and getting that shirt off of Wayne Brady. I love that shirt. I want that.
Yeah.
I'll send a drone to bring it to you.
Oh, wait a minute.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I just wanted to say hi. I've got to jump back off, but I just wanted to say hey, Jeff. It's good to see you, man.
We've been through this, Wayne. We heard you the first time, man.
Oh, well then. Hi.
Good to see you, man. I've been enjoying your TikTok dancing.
I know.
Thank
right?
you. Thank you. Tomorrow I'm doing a live stream on TikTok as part of this a program for all of our teachers across the country. So we're going to be teaching dances as a family.
Are you like doing rehearsals right now or what?
No, I'm working on a piece for Funny or Die. I'm writing and editing this music video that we shot, and it's going to be on an NBC special. So I've got to finish editing, but I just wanted to say, hey, because I missed you guys.
Oh, that's
See
sweet.
you, man. Talk to you soon.
All right, bye. Jonathan,
man.
I love you.
I've
Bye,
seen
y'all.
you in 3 Zoom meetings. I've seen Wayne in 3 different Zoom meetings today.
Wow.
Oh my
Did
God.
any of them work?
No.
I really thought that during this time I'd be more creative. And that is
I did
certainly
too.
not the
I
case.
did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought about it.
Instead I've discovered like there's 4 12 o'clock highs in a row, you know. It's like all these old shows I'm catching up on, and I could care less.
12 o'clock highs, great show.
And I haven't got up. I don't think I've got up before noon in the last 2 weeks.
Oh, I'm up at 7 every morning
Oh no. Why? Why?
because that's when I wake up and then I think, oh, now's the time to be creative.
No.
I
The only thing I'd like to figure out, and I don't know how it can be done, is doing improv like this. But I don't think you could do it like this.
Old people wake up early in the morning.
Yeah, they do.
You'll see. You have 1 more year. Then you'll be up at 5
I don't even have 1 more year. I have like 5 months. And then I'm going to be, my goats. Oh, my
I tell you, it's going to
Christy.
hit you like a ton of bricks. And that is my sincere wish for you.
Yeah, you were
horrific.
you were very curious about Colin's ailments for someone
Yeah.
who's so young.
I
hoping
know.
to get
I
all of
just
them.
wanted to compete with him. I have a stress fracture in my right foot from being on an indoor cycle. And
That's not an old person
Ah.
injury. That's an Olympic injury.
Nothing.
how do you
broke
bring
both my
your foot
legs
right
during
on
I broke both my legs during a questions only season 5. Didn't say anything because I knew it would ruin the taping.
Half of Colin's skull is aluminum siding.
Thank you.
Hey, Colin, do you remember one taping I did? The second game we did was Hollywood Director because the tapings are 4 hours long. In the second game of the night, I did a fall and broke one of my left ribs.
That's right. Yeah.
And I think you were there, Aisha, and I remember saying it right at the very end when we were doing pickups. I was like, "Hey, just so you know, I've had a broken rib for 3.5 hours," and I didn't say anything because I didn't want the taping to have to stop.
How did you know that? How did you know that you had broken your rib? You just knew what it felt like?
I did it before. It wasn't like a full crack, but like I felt it go smush and go snap. And then we were doing a pickup at the end. Wayne and I had to go back and sing the end of a song. It was like a really high energy song. So we were jumping around and rapping or singing or stuff like that. And I was almost passing out because I couldn't get a full breath. And I lean over to Colin and I go, I broke a rib 3 hours ago.
I didn't realize until you shit yourself.
Well, that is normal. That is a indicator.
Yeah.
Arena Tester 27 wants to know who's your favorite YouTubers.
I'm 62, man. I read books.
Me and Wayne.
Oh, you're just pretending. Who are you?
I've been watching a lot of
doesn't
Russian
make
car crashes. You ever watch those? They're fantastic.
Great.
They're fantastic.
Of course you are.
Aisha's getting so old and worried about her health that she just watches YouTubers.
Yeah.
And I will give you that point. You know what? 1,000.
There is
I never get points off you, Aisha. You
Much better effort than Colin's earlier try, and if you get 1,000 for that.
There's a very funny Italian bass player named Davey 504 and highly entertaining. My kids turn me on to him. So Davey 504.
Maybe 504. All right.
Yes, slap like now. Check it out. He's
I
fine.
don't know if he's a YouTuber, but I've seen it on like people have sent me memes and stuff or links. There's a British rugby commentator who, now that he doesn't have any games to commentate on,
He comments on his dogs
and commentates on people walking their dogs. Really,
It's
good.
really
That's so
funny,
great. That's funny.
It's really
I
funny.
like that a lot. I've
I
been watching
did
documentaries. Though. They're free.
blind-
I can watch free documentaries on YouTube, right?
Oh.
Free documentaries, and there's one called "The World's Most Dangerous Roads," and there's one called "Trashopolis." And you watch them, and then you are comforted by the fact that you live in a country where they take the trash away, and then you feel like a terrible person because you also feel self-satisfied about that.
I've seen the Most Dangerous Roads one. That one's freaky. That one that's scary.
Terrifying. Terrifying. Colin, what were you going to say?
I had a blind date with someone on YouTube. Check it out. It's this very
I'm
amazing
sorry, did you just say
improviser.
check it out?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
Go
not
to the thing, everybody.
so unlike you.
Roll it.
spontaneous theater.
I understand you brought a
character's
clip.
named Mimi, and every week she has an improvised blind date with someone.
Oh.
She's done it all around
Explain
the
that.
world.
Explain that again.
All right, she has a blind date. She's done it all around the world. It's her stage show. She will take someone from the audience and have a blind date with them for that entire show. And it's wonderful improv, beautifully done.
So you're just working with someone from the
you play the
audience.
ukulele?
I do.
Hey, Jeff. Can you
And Jeff play the ukulele. Emily Rue would like to know.
There once was an Indian maid who said she wasn't afraid to lie on her back in the old bear shack and let the cowboys tickle her crack. It gets more racist after that. So
Oh, okay. More?
Wow.
How much more racist could it possibly?
I think that
Something I'm craving for
I
poetry.
just looked at the video of how that song goes. It's pretty wild.
Oh, jeez.
It is, even I, who can handle some pretty rough stuff, it's right at the limit of what I can control.
You had to stop right there. I love it. Whenever Colin goes to get a drink, it's like he looks like King Kong has just seized the girl at the top.
Do you feel comedy is easier or harder with the world having changed, with censorship and are the topics tabooed on truth and such?
It's changed because there's no audiences.
Well, I mean, I think, like I've noticed before COVID-19, playing moving bodies with people was weird because, you know, people touch you and you touch it. It gets a little, you can't do those jokes as much anymore, I don't think.
Right.
No.
Right.
Yeah,
we
but
won't be able to do that anymore, will we?
When we do our live shows, and I mean, I don't know, I'm assuming you guys aren't taping Let's Make a Deal right now.
No.
Sharing microphones with people.
Yeah.
We do a lot of microphone sharing, and that's.
That was just. I'm fine.
Aisha,
Well, no, Colin.
you killed
Colin
Colin.
fainted.
You killed Colin Mochrie.
Colin off the call.
He just got right off. He does not want you
No, he's still
alive.
there. He's
That was
just
just
tiny.
a whiskey sneeze. That was
He's
just a
tiny. He's
whiskey
still bald.
Where do you
Still bald.
It was just a tiny whiskey sneeze. You guys are
All right.
definitely far away, too far away to catch anything from
I have to say, Aisha, of all of your talents, when we've gone out to have a drink after a taping or whenever, you can really, like, you drink like a longshoreman.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh,
can put it away.
That is my number one talent. I will say, someone asked, what are we going to do after? I'm really gonna miss just day drinking being like a totally acceptable.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, you're back. I'm fine, Colin. I'm fine. You are far enough away not to catch my whiskey sneeze.
All right.
You
Well,
also like.
the good
You
thing
also
was,
like.
I got back my erection that Jeff had lost for me. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Oh,
Jeff.
I got Brian
Do
Davis.
Jeff, do it this way. Do it towards Colin. Colin.
Oh. That's the worst. Wow. Yeah, so comedy is harder.
Also, watch this, Colin.
Oh, geez.
I was dusting off he had some lint on his.
Oh.
Yeah, that was
Don't be gross.
disgusting.
Aisha, are you doing? You're normally the lady with 15 shows going on at once. Are you doing anything online?
I'm assuming they're saying like within the context of what's happening now, and I think that I'm making a prediction here that it will actually be easier because I think people are going to be really eager to see and ingest any comedy whatsoever. Comedy's always been a release. It's always been a way for people to kind of blow off a little bit of steam and it provides a catharsis. And I actually think that if people are going to be open to hearing whatever. I mean, the war against like comedy cruelty, which by association is kind of the cancel culture, that's been going on for a long time. So people are still going to be offended by things. But I actually think that comedy is going to get a lot looser and wilder after this because people are just dying to laugh. I just did a comedy short and we put it out like a week ago. And it was just like a little thing we did for fun. And the reaction's been really positive and really enthusiastic. And it is a funny short. I'm really proud of it. But I also just think people are just so excited for new material and so excited to feel connected to each other. And
That's online though, right?
It's online. It's just online. Yeah.
What's it going to be like live though? When people are scared.
I think
to be
people are going to be.
sitting ne-
You think
know.
people are going to be afraid to sit next to each other?
I think it's going to be a long time till there's sporting events and Broadway shows, and it's
They're
going to be a
talking about
long
starting-
time. We're just starting this.
seat.
I think they were talking about like tone or material or substance or subject matter. I think you're right. I think like filling up shows is going to be problematic, but like what you get to talk about and how you get to talk about it,
Yeah,
I think
I don't know.
I see a real renaissance in like people kind of leaning into being more radical in their
Well,
comedy.
you've also got an election coming up too, so that's going to.
What?
You know,
Oh yeah, you guys.
yeah.
Well, I've been out about 3-4 nights a week, sold out crowds at retirement homes and old people's
Oh,
facilities.
absolutely. Just sneezing away, whiskey sneeze.
Hey,
Hey, Colin.
I'll throw a plug in
Colin.
here too. I'm doing an online comedy show called You Jokes every Tuesday and Friday at 6
That's
p.m.
true.
Aisha's coming on it. Colin's been on it. Jeff's coming on it again. And Ryan has not answered my email.
I answered.
rude.
Well, why am I answering your email when I can talk to you live?
Well, he's not answering it because he sent it to the old email that we exploded on our first Zoom, and
Yeah, that's long gone. That's long gone.
he had to get a new one.
I just think we have to get comedy. We got to get this virus stopped and get people back in theaters, and so comedy can keep going. Because from what I'm hearing, Colin and Aisha only have hours to live.
The hours this long. I have this long to live.
My entire
I'm
life.
going to miss it, Jeff. I'm going to miss. The other day, my dude made me breakfast and then asked me if I wanted a glass of wine with my breakfast, and the answer was yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. I've had a fancy cocktail before noon most days.
Because we're fancy people. We're fancy.
I can't wait to use toilet paper again.
I feel like the toilet paper shortage is slowly coming back. I'm assuming Ryan has a bidet or a leafy bush outside of his bathroom, or like a hungry monkey.
Seashells.
Think how Colin's
People
family's
say
doing.
seashells.
What?
Think how Colin's family's doing, Ryan. They're having chili every night.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
That
God.
and a paper straw.
A paper squirrel? Is that what she said?
Hey, what did it?
Paper squirrel does not help.
Up in
That they're
Canada,
using
Paper squirrel.
did it take you guys like a week to outlaw automatic weapons? After that, it was like a week, right?
Yeah,
In Canada?
yeah, we just
Unbelievable.
What happened?
It took
There
them like a
was
week
a,
after that shooting to outlaw automatic weapons.
After that last shooting, yeah.
There was a
We
shooting,
would never
a
get
mass
around to
shooting
thinking about
in
people.
Nova Scotia, and yesterday the Prime Minister banned automatic weapons.
Way to go,
So
Canada.
something we throw out there.
Yeah, but it's not like you're getting free men. Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, I do have a lot of
I'm
ailments.
coming to stay at your house so I can have some fish chili or whatever it is.
No, we're only looking for younger people right now, but thank you for your interest.
Mr.
If you couldn't stay at Colin's place, what would the other Canadian be that you wanted to stay at that person's house? Who's your Canadian pick to?
Ryan Reynolds.
I knew.
He doesn't live in Canada anymore, does he?
What?
He's Canadian.
Vancouver. He's from
Does
Vancouver.
he still live there?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm the
Ryan
only one
Reynolds,
who still lives
okay.
here.
I'd pick Joni Mitchell.
Johnny
Oh,
Mitchell.
good. Yeah.
Cool.
Colin?
Well, I can't pick me.
No.
No, unfortunately.
You have to pick other Canadian contents by law.
Margaret Atwood. I don't know what's happening.
Fair. She's a great writer. Right, that's fair. That's fair.
Somebody asked on the thing here, Chocolate and Books asked, has Jeff ever met Christopher Walken? No, I have not. I wish I had. But I did see him walk into a bar once. He came into a place that's not there anymore called the Hollywood Canteen, which is right by that one studio. I think it's called The Lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the canteen's gone though.
Yeah.
Wait, is it?
I think it might have changed hands. I don't know. But it was a rainy night. We were sitting in the back. The door opened. It was nighttime. There was nobody in there. And a guy walks in with a raincoat and a fedora on and hangs up his jacket and hat on a rack. And it's Christopher Walken. And he walks up to the bar, sits down, and doesn't say anything to the bartender. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. He sits at the bar and just nods. And the bartender came over and took two shot glasses and poured two different things in it, which I couldn't see what they were. He got one of these and one of those, and then drank them, took out a bill, put it on the bar, and walked out and put his hat on and tipped his hat and walked out. And there was no conversation. And
he actually billed the bar. He billed the bar for the drinks.
No, he paid the bar.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like he knew what it cost.
He said he put out a bill. I didn't know.
But there was no conversation. It was the most film noir walk-in-y thing. And
I
no
do the same thing at IHOP.
huh?
Who?
I do the same thing at IHOP.
I did, and Colin knows this. I did pee next to Danny DeVito in England once.
It was the weirdest. It was like, I know there's.
It was the chart. It was the chart that everybody else would be in between to pee there. You
I
have to
felt
be this tall, and you can't be taller than this.
This
there
is
needs
a
to be
real
someone
life
in between you. It was like the evolution of peeing.
I peed next to Al Pacino in an Italian restaurant, and I thought he was going to reach behind the toilet tank and find a gun to kill Salazzo. It was pretty crazy. And he had earbuds in, and he was clearly like learning lines to a movie or whatever he was working on. So I'm peeing at a urinal next to Pacino, and he's like, it was really, I couldn't pee. I pretended to pee. I did the fake pee and the fake flush. And,
Yeah.
Why was he doing Fred Flintstone?
he was playing Fred in a biopic.
It's a fine line.
I did a movie with Christopher Walken, and we spent days and days together. But we're moving on to the story about who the best kisser is.
Did you dance with him?
I did not dance with him, but we acted together for a week, and he played a practical joke on me that I fell for.
It's not the salt shaker thing, is it?
No, it was the birthday thing. It was the birthday thing, and he was just delightful and very, very fun. And he had a manicure. He had a beautiful manicure for the movie. And he would drive to work with his hands draped out the window of his car, so people would say, "Oh, that's a beautiful." It's Christopher Walken. Everywhere he went, it was great. He's delightful.
I have Christopher Walken story
because we're like close.
Did you get high with him?
I call him Chris. What's that?
Did you get high with him?
We didn't smoke any dope, and that was my mistake. I should have definitely done
Because
that.
he's notoriously stony. Like he apparently is very stony.
That explains a lot. That explains a very lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. He's like a really, really fun person to act across from, and like not Hollywood at all, just like a blast and really funny and like nutty and great. He's really great.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I have a Christopher Walken story that's secondhand. Dietrich Bader, who I've
told this story 300 times.
I love the story.
he was doing the Country Bear Jamboree movie with Christopher Walken. And they got friendly. And then the last day, they were talking in the makeup chair. And Dietrich said, "So, Christopher, what are you doing next?" He said, "Oh, I'm doing the Cherry Orchard, I think, with Meryl Streep in the park." And he went, "Oh." And he goes, "It's kind of funny, huh?" And Christopher Walken says, "What?" He said, "Well, I mean, we're doing the Country Bears Jamboree, and then you're going to the Cherry Orchard." And then Christopher Walken says, "Jeff, can you say?"
I don't know this story. I know two other Diedrich and Walken.
One I know either.
Christopher Walken says, "Well, they're both good scripts." I love that.
Is your story the one with the sides?
Yeah. Well, there's that one, and there's the one that about him not changing the line, "I hate you, Bears."
I don't know that one. I know the line.
Diedrich told it on one of like the late night talk shows, like Leno or Conan or something. And he said like there was a line in the script where Walken was supposed to go, "I hate you, Bears." Like that was the line in the script. "I hate you, Bears!" exclamation point. And so they go, "Action!" And Walken goes, "I hate you, Bears." And the director's like, "Okay, let's do it again. Maybe like a different take, different read on it." Like, "I hate you, Bears." And eventually the director's like, "Okay, moving on. We got it." Like, that's what you're going to get.
Chris
Colin,
gives you
what
need,
happened
like
there,
he
Colin?
says when he takes a project, like once I say yes, the script will change. Like he learns everything, and there can be no rewrites. And that obviously applies to once you're on set as well. There will be no adjustments. There will be no rewrites.
Was it Diedrich or somebody else that I know that worked with him said that he doesn't do like revisions. Like this is the script.
Once he says yes to a project, there can be no changes whatsoever to the script.
Yeah, my friend worked. I worked on a thing with a director, and he said he just worked with Robert Mitchum. And I was like, what was that like? And he goes, it was pretty intimidating. And he came on the set the first day and he goes with a white pages script and goes, this is the script I learned. This is the script we're going to shoot. Pink pages are for pussies. And I went to the script.
Wow.
That would be a great T-shirt.
Who is the best kisser amongst the Who Line crew?
Like, well, I mean, we've all kissed Colin.
Yeah.
He's certainly the most.
Colin's the sluttiest.
I'm very gentle, and I don't push.
Yeah,
No.
tender, very tender kisser.
I don't think I've ever kissed Wayne. I've never kissed Wayne in the show. I don't think.
I don't think I kissed Aisha.
That's what the desk is for, to keep you people away from me.
Right.
You don't know what you're missing, baby. Especially when you've got 5 months left.
I mean, I'm gonna die soon. I might as well get it in.
Aisha and I always make out during the tape change halfway through the show.
Is that not everybody? Is that not all of us though? Was that not everybody doing that?
No.
What are you using the tape for, Jeff?
His dick. His
There we
dick,
go.
Jonathan. His dick. Thank you for that set. Mike, I'll be right back.
I've ever said Jonathan. Jonathan's more of a liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has.
He had a lot of tongue. Very French influence in that, my kissing.
I remember kissing Ryan on a stage show and a live show one time, and you had like 1 or 2 days double, and I was chafed for like a couple days.
Yeah, I chafe.
Yeah.
Where? Why is everybody changing their sets? Colin, you moved. What was all your moving?
I got a cramp.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
So you've got the computer on your legs and you got a cramp?
Yeah. Oh yeah, laugh now, buddy. You'll see.
It was like a home invasion or something, the way you were running around there.
You have no idea the pain I'm in.
Did
Did
I
you ever get them in both legs at the same time?
Huh?
If you get them both legs at the same time, you just like
No.
flop around like a fish.
There's nothing worse because you feel and I don't know if this happens. You feel the cramp is going to go up to your testicles.
Right.
I think my tan's coming in pretty nice. Look at this.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Oh, another you.
Look at that. That's like a brand new baby's head.
I thought you were going to break my nose again. Did you just go reload?
Oh, wow.
Oh, I
Nice
did.
point, though. Are you guys involved in the process of creating new games to play on Whose Line?
Oh God, we're not even in the process of creating old games.
Yeah. That's all Dan Patterson.
Yeah, these guys have very little input in
We have no input.
anything that happens or goes on.
Some of us are producers.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we would all like to switch places in these games. I don't even think we really need to come up with new games if we just moved everybody around all the time.
Right.
They would seem different. Yeah.
This past season, very begrudgingly, this maybe it's like last season, so very begrudgingly, all of a sudden, you guys just got to switch places in the news game.
Right.
And it was like shocking that you guys
Right.
just get to be like in a different spot in the same game, same setup.
Right.
It was like,
The ratings have been the best in a long time.
Yeah.
that was what I'm
I
saying. People
I
really
don't
want
know
to
how
know.
you, I honestly don't know how you can let a show like this go.
It's a pandemic.
Oh,
People
well,
want to
maybe because
laugh,
of
you
the
know,
pandemic.
and I think they want to feel something unexpected and exciting.
Jonathan, is it the same for you? When I did the show as the fourth seater, I play almost exactly the same set list every time.
Yes. The dating game setup person, the person having the party,
The second person, a newscaster.
the newscaster. We sing with Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no different for us. It's just our parts are bigger.
Yeah.
The only thing, if and when we start taping, I hope for sanitary and health reasons, we don't have to play questions with hats.
Yeah, that'll be the first game to go. It'll be just hours and hours of scenes from a hat. That's it. Just like scenes. It won't even be props because like you can't touch anything or touch each other. And no more sound effects, right? Because the microphones would go into the mouths of a stranger and then back.
Yeah.
Martin Jones wants to know who's the biggest diva.
Colin.
Jeff.
Greg, you've got to be Greg.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
He breaks his
It's
rib
a tie
and
between Greg
complains
and
about
Jeff,
it?
I think.
He breaks his rib and then he complains that he broke his rib. Pull it
Yeah.
together, you puss.
Right.
I got through the whole show without complaining about it. I don't think there really are any divas on the show. We all go out there and do the same thing, don't we?
Yeah.
Everybody's
Oh, wait. Wade isn't here. Let's say Wade.
Wayne.
Yeah, okay. Wait.
Wayne.
Wayne's the last one out of the makeup every time. He's always the last one in makeup and the last one to get mic'd up and get out there.
I know it.
It's wild for him to burnish his pate to a fine sheen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's something. You know what I'm going to say. Why am I still getting bald jokes when Brady has no hair at all?
I think people assume it's a choice for him.
It's the contrast between the populated and unpopulated areas of your head. that
So
really-
if you fall off a cliff, that's bad. But if you jump off a cliff, it's fine because you made the choice.
I mean, I can't fight science, Carl.
I don't know what to say about that, Colin. I'm always on your side about that, you know.
I know, I understand.
It's not on anybody's side.
You've never been on my side, Aisha. All I know
But
is your breasts are going to droop soon. You'll be hitting your knees.
I want you to know something. Unfortunately for all of us, I'm going to look this way until I'm 90.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you got a good collection of wigs too, so you don't even have to worry about
Got
that.
those wigs. My mother is 74. She looks 50. My breasts might sag, but I can afford very expensive bras.
It skips a generation.
We might have to.
Does it?
We might, for the opening, when you introduce the show and you run down the stairs, we might have to get one of those little those chairs that slide down the railing.
Oh, yeah.
That would be great. I always had this fantasy that we would do. I always had a fantasy we'd do a documentary on the making of Whose Line, but it'd be set in the future. So everybody would be in old age makeup except for me.
And sideways
That's
scene would basically be I've fallen and I can't get up, right? That's basically what that is.
It's sideways scene because he just fell down there several years ago.
Right, you can't get up.
I'm going to be funny on my side for a second. I meant this to happen.
It's like old guy sex. Let's
It
turn
would-
on our sides. My knees are killing me. We'll do
The
it.
improv game would be you'd start off on the ground and the comedy would be us trying to get up.
Oh, that's
Right.
funny.
Right.
Rewind. Everybody lies back down. Fast forward. Everybody's sitting back up. Rewind. Oh, my back.
If you go fast forward,
The new game is called
just dies.
Let's see if 3 of our improvisers can stay erect during the entire scene.
This is a good question. Because Martin, everybody on the show is lovely, like a delight to work with, and it's always a really fun night. But have we had any poopy people on the show? I can't remember if we've had any poopy people, mainly because I'm like trapped behind that desk and I don't get to interact with people.
Also, we don't. I mean, we don't meet any of the guests
No.
backstage.
So they come out on stage, right?
They're always nice when they come on stage, but I'm sure there's like being horrible.
And the celebrity guests that come on that I've met have all been like every single one of them has been like extraordinarily nice and giving and fun.
Yeah.
Do you think that's also because, like, by its very nature, our show is a little intimidating, and so you have to be a kind of a game personality anyway? Like to choose to do Whose Line, you have to be ready to kind of make fun of yourself and be a little flexible. So we don't really get any kind of like fancy divas.
Maybe, yeah. I think also whoever's picking them is doing a very good job because a lot of them are kind of like theater people. Like a lot of them can sing and dance.
And they're fans of the show.
Yeah.
And
Right.
the free show tranquilizers help.
I think they're definitely relying on us to comfort them because they're not very good at what we do. So,
How could they be good? But you guys are the best at this. Period.
well, I mean, I don't think they come in thinking these guys are going to screw with me. I think they come in going, they'll take care of me. And I guess
And I say that to people. Sometimes they're like, I'm anxious, and I always say, like, these guys are going to make you look great. They're not. It's not just that that's their job. They're good at it. So you relax.
You meet the guests before we.
Colin sticks his hand in your anus, and Ryan turns you into a bullhorn.
right.
Aisha, do you meet the people before we do?
No, sometimes though, like if we stop down, if I don't meet them beforehand. I see them waiting to come out. Occasionally, I get a heads up right before we do the show because so you guys never see anything, but I'll get the script right before I have to come out and read it. Mainly so I don't mispronounce people's names, because in the first couple of seasons, I would get someone's name. Nobody would give me a pronouncer, or I'm not going to name any names here, but they would give me the wrong pronouncer, and I would say the person's name wrong on the show, and then we'd have to stop down while I went and do pickups. So now I ask for those people like about an hour before, so I can make sure I don't ruin their name on set. And so sometimes then I go, oh, I know this person, I know that person, and so they'll run over to me at the desk sometimes and be like, I'm nervous. And I go, don't worry about it. Stay away from Colin, he's handsy. Stay away from Brian, he's mean. Stay away from Jeff.
When they say that to you, you should just say, I'm doing something.
I'm busy here.
Camilla Duffo wants to know, what's your favorite audience moment in the show? Do you have a favorite audience moment?
Remember somebody proposed in like season 5 of our show? Do you remember that? That was nice. That was very nice.
I don't like audiences. They really slow my pace.
They do.
Ryan had a great joke in one where my wife came to the audience and she was sitting in the back row. And I said, well, Leah's here, my wife's here. And Ryan's like, oh, you got her the good seats, did you?
Way.
Yeah, you're on there.
Way at the back.
Way up there.
Well, that's where you want to be. If you sit up front, you're just going to see cameraman ass all
Yeah.
night.
But also, they have to, if you get to sit in the back as a guest of one of the casts, you get to go to the bathroom. You can get up and leave. Everybody
You
else.
also get to leave if they're not funny. You can sneak out without them seeing you.
Right.
Get out.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you're married to them.
And then let them
What do you
just
gotta say?
curse the gods for your poor fortune.
I think usually my favorite audience stuff is Wayne can be pretty awesome about getting half of the studio audience to get on stage.
Yeah.
That's always really fun.
It'll take 30 minutes for it to actually come off, but it's worth the wait.
Yeah, the audience, like, I think the audiences have been, I don't know what they were like when you guys were on ABC with Drew, but I think the audiences have slowly gotten like they understand what it means to be an audience member for the show better now. I know that sounds kind of silly, but it's a long night for them.
Yeah.
My favorite is like, it's the people that sit behind Aisha and Aisha's camera. They have to be smiling and good looking for the entire, and by the end they're just like, they're just giant.
And you feel mean, but you're like, guys, like you were on TV this whole show, and you've got.
Yeah. You think we're enjoying this?
They're in 4 episodes.
Yeah, they've been in every episode since season 5.
Yes, and they probably still make more than I do.
I had a
What
question.
was that?
Said, Colin, do you remember Captain Hair? But maybe you
No, how would I? How could I remember a ball joke? I remember every ball joke from every show.
You know what I'm gonna do right after I get out of quarantine? Go hug Colin, who's obviously.
Maybe you could go hug shiny-headed Wayne Brady, who's also bald.
I'm glad this came out.
Me too, Ryan.
I can't hug him because his shirt is an alien pattern.
I can literally describe what Colin's scalp tastes like. I've licked it so many times.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of flop sweat and makeup.
Sounds like a challenge, Jonathan.
I've tasted death on your head.
Like maple friggin' syrup.
Oh yeah.
I have a Wayne story, but I don't know if it's appropriate.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes, it is.
Of course it is.
Okay. This was back in the Drew days. Oh, I don't know if I could do it.
Oh, come on, bro. I just said that Jeff taped up his dick for the show.
Yeah, okay, but this is different.
It's
All
called a meaty
I'm
tub.
going to tell it, but only because I've had like 8 giant glasses of wine.
Okay.
We were, before a show, it was before a show, and Wayne came up and said, you know what? I'm not going to do any ball jokes tonight. And I went, yeah, okay. He said, no, really, I'm not. I said, Wayne, it's fine. I understand when you guys panic, you have nothing else to do. You go immediately to the ball joke. That's fine. I'm fine with it. And he said, no, I'll tell you what. If I do a ball joke, you can call me Darky.
What?
And I went, okay, Wayne, here is the difference.
Yeah. What is your hair loss? You can have your career ruined.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
There is no absolutely no way that is equal in any way.
That's
This
a
is
no-win.
a universal no to that deal.
So the thing was, he did do a ball joke, and there was a moment where I wonder.
It was a trap.
No.
Run! It's a trap.
No, I knew it from the beginning, but I thought, well, God bless you for thinking
Yeah.
whatever you're thinking.
Hey, so in 8 minutes, Whose Line starts airing on the East Coast. So we don't want to compete with ourselves. You guys want to?
Does anybody have anything they want to promote? Jonathan, do you want to mention YouTube?
Yes. So You Jokes is every Tuesday and Friday, 6 p.m. Ryan verbally just said he would do it. It's at my Facebook page, Facebook.com/The Mangum, or my YouTube page called U Jokes.
Who's on it tomorrow?
You and Jeff.
Okay.
You, Aisha.
Okay, great. I'm looking forward to it. And Colin, do you have anything that you would like to talk about?
Cleaning the house Saturday, doing laundry tomorrow.
Making fish chili. Very exciting. Chef Brian Davis, what would you like to say?
If you want a shout out, you can come find me and Colin and Jonathan on Cameo. We're doing little video shout outs, nice, and sometimes raising money for charity and whatnot. And I have a new podcast I'm starting up, and it probably will take a month or so for it to be like available. But I'm doing a show with Robbie Fulks, the great musician, and it's I was going to say the name, but I'm not sure we have the domain bought yet, so I'm not going to say it and some jerk steal it. But I will keep people posted about that on Twitter and Instagram and all that jazz. How about you, Aisha?
You can visit me every Tuesday and Friday at 5 o'clock on my YouTube and Facebook, Aisha Tyler channels, where I do a happy hour to raise money for COVID relief. It's a different charity every week. Tomorrow is going to be Bobak Ferdowski, who is an actual rocket scientist at NASA. He actually is a rocket scientist who actually works at NASA. He has a mohawk. He's super cool. We're going to make margaritas because it's Cinco de Mayo and raise.
How many times do you think you'll do the "it's not rocket science" joke?
I'm going to say it every 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes. Right. And we're making margaritas for Project Angel Food, which is a very highly rated charity that delivers food to people.
Project what?
Project Angel Food.
Okay, I totally misheard that. I'm not going to tell you what I thought I heard.
I know what you thought you heard. You heard Project Booth is what you heard, or something with or Project Rim Job. And also, if you go to CurtainStone.com, you can buy my cocktail line, and 30% of our proceeds go to support the U.S. Bartenders Guild. So get some booze delivered to your house right now, and support bartenders who are currently out of work and will probably be out of work for a substantial amount of time now. Since apparently we're not going to be doing anything for a while. I'm so sad about that. I love bars and bartenders, and I love spitting in strangers' eyes, not on purpose, but just because I spit.
You're rambling.
Okay, I love you.
Ryan?
I just after this virus is over, if everyone could still just stay 6 feet away, that'd be great.
This has been the best thing that's ever happened to Ryan, you guys.
This is no different than any other time in my life.
And Ryan,
and he's so happy about it.
Do you have any advice, Ryan, about next season as your role as clearly defense coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks?
There's no football. There's no football. How can you play football? They can't play football.
You know who you can blame?
They wear masks.
You know who you can blame for the end of football? The deep state.
What?
So
I gotta go.
Remember to order your Pink Pages Are for Pussies t-shirt. They should be out.
Your deep state hat. Okay. Oh, it starts in 4 minutes. You guys, can we do this again next Monday?
Yeah.
Yay!
You guys, I love you guys.
Love you guys.
All right, thanks for inviting me, Jonathan.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Love you. Bye-bye. Watch you.
So the